All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I want to talk about the importance of selecting the right stock in the pre-market.
Your pre-market routine is the most crucial factor if you're serious about day trading. In this video, Andrew Aziz will go over a very successful live trade on a stock and play that we picked during pre-market. Stock selection is a real-world trading edge. You're going to learn about the pre-market routine of finding high-quality setups, the best trading tool for stock selection, our exact trading strategy from entry to exit, and how to lock in profits and let a winning trade run.
Make sure to watch this recap and ask your questions in the comments.
All right, guys, today I had an absolutely amazing trading day on Robinhood. And so I'm going to show you exactly how we traded that. It was very profitable. I still have some position here. So $27,000 profit on Robinhood and also $29,000 on TLT, which was more like a swing trading position on that. So the total $57,000, but the focus of trading today would be on the Robinhood. So usually we trade the stocks in play for day trading, and the stocks on play are the stocks that are really having some fundamental news and trading heavily based on those fundamental news. Today news came out that Robinhood is being added to S&P 500, and S&P 500 obviously is the biggest index in the world that everybody's watching. There's a lot of funds, countries are buying into that, and when the news comes out, that company gets a lot of attention. So Robinhood on the daily chart, as you see, had a really crazy day on Friday, on September 5th, and now today gapped up significantly. And what we did was have a very nice trade from almost 110, and the all-time high is at 117.65. So I'm going to talk about these levels that we are having on that, and also I'm going to talk about some of the levels that we find on these stocks in play, how to find them and how to trade them. So number one thing that people are asking me, how to find these stock in play. One of the things that you can do is you can go to the trading terminal. Obviously we have this news on trading terminal. We have the Benzinga that you can actually breaking news announcing it, that all the news here, you can search the news are coming. We also have a scanner, and in the scanner we're going to actually find all of these stocks in play through our gappers watch list, on the gap up, on the gap down, and also during the intraday. All the stocks that are gapping, breaking up, breaking down, are hitting our turbo break up and turbo breakdown stocks. Obviously, if you go back in time, I just load that. For the last few minutes, we're going to see that. But the Robinhood and a lot of the stocks that we traded, they're in there. So make sure that if you don't know what to trade, come to trading terminal scanner, take a look at these gappers, gap up or gapper down. Come to our YouTube pre-market show. We go through all of them, and if you are a member of the community, just you can see our watch list. And if you're not a member of the community, you just make sure comment on this video, and I'm going to give you access for free to our community. So having said that, let's go through how we traded Robinhood. So Robinhood, obviously the news was up. Again, the fundamental news was that is being added in the pre-market was gapping down. So if I go to the 5-minute chart, as you see here, this was the news that came out yesterday. So as you see at 5, really ripped up in the pre-market, and it kind of stayed over there over the weekend. And then in the morning we also gap up was around 7-8%. Really good price action in the pre-market. So really what we want is at 7 a.m. the volume started, really good price action. So this is a really good candidate for trading during the day because really good volume in the pre-market. You can see that, and at the market open I was monitoring it, and obviously what we are looking for is heavy volume, really good order flow, and did a very nice opening, very nice open 1 minute, and really dropped to the VWAP, and it formed some sort of a bearish engulfing. But I didn't go short here. Why? Because the stock was so strong with such a positive news that I didn't want to go short. What I did was, as soon as I saw that it went down below the VWAP, came back up, I said this is going to be a really good opening range breakup. So if this is a 1 minute opening range breakup, this is something that I want to go up. I went through just to the VWAP long, added more, and I put a stop loss just below the VWAP, like around here, some sort of a stop loss is here. Popped up, for a 1 minute opening range breakup. I knew that it's going to go for the breakup high of the day. I started partialing, and the volume was so crazy, and we saw at the book map and level 2 that it was so bullish that I started adding back on that on the first level that they had, 113.48, and I'm going to explain how this level 113.48 is important. So a partial there came down, popped back up. I added more for the break of this level again, and the rest is history. As you see here, it just significantly went higher to 116, 115.50, and then it did another trade that we discussed that significantly in my new book, trade book. So if you have this book, I'm going to actually explain that 920 strategy in the new book. I highly recommend, guys. This is the best book I've ever written. There's a lot of information in there. So this 920 strategy is this trade that I took. So still I had this position in there, but 920 is the trade that you, on a 2-minute chart, you pull back to the 20 moving average. This is a 20 moving average. This is a 9 moving average. You add into that, put a stop loss below the 20 moving average, and rip to the high of the day. And all-time high is near about 117. So I'm still hoping that we get to 117 here. So that was the only trade that I did. So essentially it was a 1 minute to range breakup with adding for the break of high of the day, and then a 920 at that. So 3 strategy all together in one trade, and that, as you see, trade management has been really amazing on that.
Okay, I trade all of this live in the chat room. We trade real stocks for consistency. We don't trade penny stocks, and we are helping each other to find the best setups and best strategy. We also have PhDs and working with our traders as psychologists and performance coaches. If you want to come and join our community and learn how to trade and see all of this thought process in real time, just ask me in the comments how you can get access for free. Thank you for watching, and let's continue on that.
So now there are a couple of questions here. This 113.48, what is this level? Or in NVIDIA, if you look at it, 117.89. So if I go to NVIDIA, 117.89, what is this level that bounced back down to the penny on that? How do you find these levels? So let's get through these daily charts and see how we can actually find these levels. If you go to NVIDIA daily chart, come back in there here. So you see there are some days that you have some huge wicks on it. These wicks are potentially levels that you have to watch out on that, especially the days that are heavy volume on that. So when you come here to August 1st with heavy volume here, so this level around 170.89 is a level that you should mark it on your chart, especially the big weekdays with volume. And what you're seeing here is that when you go into the day, again, this is a level that I had around 117.89. So when you go in there, the NVIDIA turned out to be exactly bounced back from that level. The other levels that we had as well, but this 117.89 was turned out to be exactly the level that bounced back. Same as Hood. When you go into the Hood, so where is that 113.48? So you go to the daily chart. Again, you come back here and see 113.48 is the top of this doji, this big level that we have here. So as you see here, in July 18, also the volume is great. So you must have this level in your chart. Obviously, after we broke through that level, the next levels that we're probably going to struggle is all-time high and kind of this area that we're kind of struggling at. And eventually, I think we're going to break out. I think we're going to break out today. That's why I have some orders left up there, and I hope that not a lot, 500, but it's mostly for good trading that I do hope that we can get. So yeah, so I hope that this recap would have been helpful, guys, for you. So highly recommend, guys, to come comment in this video. And if you really want to watch me live trading, we do this live trading in the chat room. You can see my screen, you can see my thought process, entries and exits. If not, just come into the YouTube and Carlos and Peter going through finding these stocks in play, and you can trade based on that. Also, all these strategies are in my new book, trade book. This is different from the old book that I have because this one is about how to build a system, and these new strategies that I'm trading is actually in there. It's a much bigger book. It's a lot of content on there, and if you want to get an access to our community, just leave in the comments how you get access free to our community. Thanks for watching, and happy trading. I'm looking forward to see you all, guys, in the community.